Hey y'all, so welcome back. I know it's been a minute. It really has been a minute. I was looking at the last video, well not my last video, but my first video that that a lot of people are commenting on. It's a lot of people to me. But that people are commenting on, and I'm just thinking like, damn, that was really a year ago. And I look at myself like in that video, and I look at myself now, and I just be like, growth is just crazy. Like how you are able to grow from like one person to another in a matter of a year. Like that's just mind-blowing to me. So excuse me if I'm not that crazy girl no more. I mean, I'm still me, but excuse me if I'm not. I was looking at that video like, damn girl, are you crazy? You're loud. Like you're just a little bit aggravating too. But anyways, so I wanted to make this video because I mean, we all been waiting for it, me included. But I'm going to answer a few questions first about like that I got on the last video, which was only a couple that I didn't get to answer because I was replying to all the comments, but then like they kept coming and I was not expecting that, y'all. I really was not expecting that at all. So at first, like eventually it got to the point where I could not respond to every single comment, but I appreciate it so much. If anything, I'm going to go back and like every single comment, love every single comment, because I appreciate it so much. I appreciate y'all watching the video. I appreciate y'all subscribing, even when I have not been posting videos even forever. I appreciate y'all for commenting. Like I appreciate y'all so much. And I promise, like, we're going to take this YouTube thing serious. I promise we are. But y'all see the brows still slayed for sure. But one of the questions that I got, which some of the questions, y'all, I answered on the last video. But hey, it's okay. Sometimes I don't listen either. But how old am I? I am 24 years old now. When I made that video, y'all, I was 23. Crazy. But I'm 24 years old. I'm in bed, y'all. My phone cut me off. But when I made that video, I was 23. I'm an Aries. My birthday is March 23rd. Y'all know we gang for real. But that's another thing, y'all. The Aries just be lit. The Aries showed out in the comments. I love us. I love us so much. But is my brow class still available? Yes, y'all. The brow class is never going anywhere. It's gonna forever be available. Always and forever. So I'm gonna drop the link in the description box below. So all you gotta do is click on the link, purchase the class. It literally goes directly to your email. Excuse me. It literally goes directly to your email after you purchase it. Just make sure that you leave your I'm trying not to yell because I realized that the camera is right here, so I don't gotta be that loud, because the last video was just so loud for me to listen to. But yeah, all you gotta do is leave your email at checkout. It literally goes directly to your email, y'all. And once you complete your training, please send me an email to the email address that is listed on the website as well, so that you can get a copy of your certificate of completion. Also, a lot of people who've been taking the training have also been emailing me like, where's the product sheet? Where's the product sheet? I didn't get the product sheet. Y'all, the product sheet is literally on the same page as the training. So if you just scroll over, like when you go on when you click the link, you're gonna see the brow wax and tint flyer. If you just scroll over, you'll see the product list as well. It's right there. So y'all wanted to know the update on brows. That was the big question. Like, can you update us? Like, how is it going? Because I made that video 2 weeks into me doing brows, which I just was like, damn, like, girl, you was just so confident in yourself. But that's really what it takes, y'all. Update on me doing brows. So I still do brows occasionally. Soon I am praying, which I know God is going to answer my prayers, that I'll be able to step back from doing brows fully. If you remember me talking about it in my last video, I do not love doing brows. That's just not something that's my passion. I love like making women feel good, like making them feel good about their brows, and they feeling good once they leave the chair. But as far as me just sitting behind a chair all day doing brows, that's not something that I see in the plans for me. And so for a little while, I was just asking myself, like, it's no way, because I thought maybe I just gotta thug it out. Like, this is what God want me to do, so this is what I gotta do. I gotta thug it out, even though this is not what I like to do. So, and then it got to the point where I'm just like, God, why did you give me this talent if I don't even like doing this? Because I know for a fact God don't want us doing nothing that we don't feel fulfilled in. That's not his plans for us. So I'm like, why did you do it? And we all know the story in the Bible about God giving the different people, which I don't know it that well, but I might paraphrase it a little bit. But we all know the story in the Bible about God giving all of them a whole bunch of talents or gifts or whatever to see what they were going to do with them. And then there was that one he gave that one gift and he just hid his gift and waited for God to come back and say, God, I'm giving you the same thing that you gave me. God was not happy about that, because why do I want the same thing that I gave you? I would have kept it if that's the case. But everybody else was multiplying their gifts, right? So that was me asking God, like, God, why did you give me this? And this is not something that I want to do. And then I realized, like, that's what it was for me. God put me, like, God gave me this gift so that I can be able to teach it to others in a simplified way, straight to the point. Because that's what a lot of people said about my training, that my training was straight to the point. Like, clear, cutthroat, this is what you do, this is how you do it. Detailed, but straight to the point. So I was like, that's what it was. Like, God really just wanted me to be able to teach others, because just because it's not my passion, just because it's not something that I love to do, that doesn't mean that it's not your passion. That doesn't mean that it's not something that you love to do. So if I can take my talent, if I can take my ability and use that to be a teacher, to help someone else who really wants to make this a career, who really wants to make their dreams a reality through brows, then I'll be more than happy to do that. I'll be more than happy to take that gift that God gave me and multiply it into me teaching it. I'll be more than happy to do that. So that's why my training is going to always be available. It's going to always be affordable. I'm going to always teach what I know. I'm going to always, like, help somebody else out, because just because, like I said, just because it's not something for me, that don't mean that that's the same thing for you. So if I can be of service to you, I'm grateful, I'm honored to do that. So so I don't do brows as much. I do brows sometimes, like I did brows today, but I don't do it as much. And eventually, like I said, I'm praying to be able to fully step back from it. Of course, I cannot fully step back from it right now, just financially. I can't afford to fully step back from it. But eventually I will be able to fully not, like, take clients anymore. Like I said, I don't take a lot of clients now. I don't really have a lot of clientele now, like, since I moved, because I did move from my last apartment, from that last video, into a new apartment this year, which is a whole story in itself, but we're not going to get into that right now. But so yeah, once I'm able to step back from brows, I'll definitely continue to teach. And I hope that was enough. I'm really not trying to make this video that long, but basically what I wanted to come on here and talk to y'all about is my plans for this channel, because y'all are subscribing, y'all are commenting. I don't want to just leave y'all with nothing, especially when I have a lot to give. I'm not just brows, y'all. So my plans for this channel is just to create a community with, like, a community for women with a similar background as mine, and just knowing a little bit more about me. Like, in my last video, I talked about how it's literally just me. Even though that was a year ago, it's still the same thing. How it's literally just me. How I don't really have a lot of people in my life. How I don't really open up to a lot of people. Or just, my community is real tight. Like, my circle is real tight, as in me, myself, and I. Excuse me. But just real tight. And so I want to create a community. But honestly, like, I say that not to brag on it, because that's not always a good thing to only have yourself, because it gets real out here in this world, and you can feel real alone if it's just you, which is why I wanted to create a community, why I want to create something on YouTube that we can all have, that we can all come back to when we need it, to be able to create something for women who are just like me or similar to me, who don't necessarily have those group of girlfriends that they can call, who don't necessarily have that woman in their life that they can get guidance from, or get some inspiration from, or get some like, whatever it is, like, whether that's motivation, whether that is I don't know, like, anything. I can't even think of the word that I'm trying to think of right now. Not necessarily motivation, but like somebody to pour into you if you don't have that. Like, so I wanted to create a community of where I can be there for women, because if I'm being honest, I am a great speaker. For some reason, God blessed me with the ability to be able to touch people through my voice. And I'm so grateful for that, because your girl just liked to talk anyway. So God knew what he was doing when he gave me that one. But I want to create something, like, just be able to share my personal testimonies, be able to share things that I went through, and maybe that can help someone else. So that's really what this channel is going to be about. I'm going to try to create, not try, but I'm going to create a schedule to make these videos more frequent. I'm going to try to do it weekly. I haven't decided just yet, because your girl really do be busy. If you peep the button, like, I am a health coach, an online health and fitness coach now with Herbalife, and your girl be busy just making sure I'm working on myself so that I can be who I need to be for these women. so that I can add value to them daily. And that comes with me adding value to myself, me becoming more valuable. So I'm a real busy person. As well as still doing brows, as well as like doing personal training clients, like working out. So like your girl, as well as still trying to have a personal life, as well as still building my relationship with God. That's one of my biggest things. Like my relationship with God is like a non-negotiable. Like it's non-negotiable. But yeah, so that's what I wanted to express, how important it is to have a relationship with God. Because that's one thing, when I didn't have nobody, I had God, and that was enough. Like when I was in that apartment and I made that video with y'all last year, I didn't have nobody. It was still just me, myself, and I, but I had God. I still got God, but I met God last year. Like I met God for myself, or like that relationship with God for myself last year when I was at a real low point in my life. Like I didn't have nowhere else to go. I said, let me try this religion thing out, right? And then I realized God don't necessarily, he don't need me to be religious. That's what I want to express to somebody who feel like I'm not religious. I'm not, like, because of the, like, something that maybe happened in your past of how religion may have made you feel, or something how it, like, probably casted you out, because that was just me. That was my story as to why I was not a religious person, because, I mean, like, they made it seem like only a certain kind of person could be here or could be in it. Like, yeah, that's another story for another day. But God just wants us to know that you don't think religion, think relationship. God wants us to be in true relationship with him. You don't have to be in a religion to be in a relationship with God, to cultivate a relationship with God. And I promise you, like, if you build that relationship with God, nothing else truly matters. Like when you are alone, you will never really feel alone, because when you talk, he listens, and you will feel that he's listening. When you cry, you feel that he's wiping your tears. You feel like you feel that your tears is not, you're not crying for no reason. God hates when his kids, and I don't like to say hate and God in the same sentence, but God really strongly does not like when his kids cry. He doesn't. So you're not crying for no reason. God is working as them tears are falling, literally. So I want to create a channel to where not only I can use my personal testimonies and show y'all how God is working through my life, but to encourage y'all to get that relationship with God too. Because if we don't have nothing else, we need that relationship with God, because that's something that's going to last. That's something that's going to be sustained forever. And just me talking, I'm just like, y'all, do y'all hear the growth? Like from the last video to now, I'm just like, girl. But I'm so grateful for everything I went through. I'm so grateful for that whole year, because in that year, y'all, so much happened that really forced me to change, that really forced me to look at me in the mirror and say, some things have got to change with you. And I'm so glad, I'm so grateful that God didn't take his hand off of me. He still continued to work on me and work through me, and not shun me because of who I was or anything that I had going on or anything like that. So one thing that I wanted to talk about with this video, like I said, this channel is going to be for women like me who don't necessarily have that person or that woman in their corner, just helping them along the way, encouraging them along the way. So one thing that I wanted to leave y'all with today was, don't grow weary. Keep your faith, and that's it. Don't grow weary of the process. Continue to keep your faith, because a lot of times, y'all, we'll get started, and I'm speaking because this was me. A lot of the times, y'all, we'll get started on something. We'll be doing it, and I'm speaking on as long as it's something that you enjoy and that you love. Because if it's not something that you enjoy and that you love, then I'm definitely encouraging you to find what you love. Find the thing that brings you joy, because that's what God wants for you as well. But don't grow weary when you find that thing, because even when you find that thing that you love, it's gonna come pain. It's gonna come like problems. It's gonna come like bad days, hard days. Even when you find that thing that you love, it's going to be bad days, right? But don't grow weary. You got to keep your faith. And I say keep your faith for the simple fact is, like, if you do not have faith, you'll start to think that the works that you are doing is like in vain, or that God does not see you, or that it's not working for you. And you'll start to look to your left and look to your right, and you'll see other people. It looks like they're just living their best life. And you'll be like, well, God, why me? Why me? Why me? Don't grow weary, and keep your faith in God. For the simple fact is, if you keep your faith, you'll know that even if it's not looking like something is working out for you, I know what God told me. I know that God is still working these things out for me for my good. So I'm going to keep my faith, and that'll help you from not growing weary, because you know you're not doing nothing in vain. You know that everything that you're doing now, every seed that you're planting now and watering daily, you're going to eat that fruit one day, because you trust the God that you serve. And you know that he would not just have you out here just doing anything for no reason. Like, God wants to give it to us fruit. He wants us to be fruitful. He wants to give us that abundance, right? So don't ever grow weary. Don't ever feel like you're not progressing, because as long as you are moving in the right direction, regardless of if it's slow progress, little progress, regardless, it's going to add up. Like, God is not allowing you to just continue to be doing the works for no reason. And I know a lot of women, especially girls like me, like that come from things that I come from with the skin color that I have, we get in the mindset because of like the generations before us, like our moms, our grandmas, our aunties and stuff like that. We get in that mindset that it cannot work for us. Like, we just don't see it. Like, I literally did not see it. Like, I did not see it happening for me. I had a lack of belief in myself, in my own works, because it was something that I'd never seen before. Like, I would probably see it on social media and see it like that, but I never seen it before, so I couldn't believe that it could be something that happened to me. Like, you will see like the Jada and the Ari on Instagram, and you think that they just did something so special or something just so supernatural happened to them, to allow that to happen, to allow them to get to where they are in life. But then you got to take a look back and you got to realize the same God that blesses them is the same God that wants the blessing for me. But you got to have enough faith in that God to put in the work. You got to have enough faith in God to continue to work when it feels like it's not working. And that's where I'm at now, like in my business, in my health business. Just not even thinking about the end goal, just thinking about what can I do every single day to show God that I'm still in the fight, to show God that I'm giving my all, to show God that I'm doing everything that I possibly can do to show you that I believe that at the end of the day, you're working this out for me. What can I possibly do to show you that I am giving like 110% every single day? That's it. That's a really quick video. I hope I updated y'all enough. If y'all have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I will definitely answer them in the next video. Like I said, these videos are going to be more consistent just because of like when I go through things and God gives me a word, I'm going to send that to y'all, because obviously I'm not the only person who go through things. And people think that I'm just this supernatural person for whatever. Like, if you follow me on social media and stuff like that, people think I'm just this supernatural person, but I just want y'all to know I'm human too. I just like found my relationship with God, and I'm learning his character. I'm learning who he is through daily. I worship, I listen to my sermons, and I read his word daily just so I can learn who it is, the God that I'm serving for myself. And I'm learning his character. So it's not that I'm this supernatural person. I just go, and I don't ever get tired, because I be tired. But I also know, like, in our weakness, we are made strong. And, like, through his strength, we get our strength from him. So I don't ever mind being weak, because I know I can just call on him. Like, God, can you lend me your strength? And he does it. He does it. I wake up at 4:30 in the morning, and it's not because I'm just so fired up and ready to get the day started. But for one, I know I got to show up for that other black girl that look like me, who think that success is so far reach. No, I show up so hard and I go so hard because I want to show her, no, it's not far reach. Yeah, we got to do some work, but it's not far reach for us. And hard work for me, it does not look like hard work for you. Maybe hard work for you doesn't look like waking up at 4:30 in the morning. Maybe that looks like waking up at 7. Or maybe that looks like waking up at 3. Like, I don't know what your hard work is, but you know that in your heart, and God knows that. So you cannot give less than and still expect to be blessed. You got to get up every single day and give your 110%. Even if your 110% looks on your best day, even if your 110% looks like you're 50% on your worst day, if you only got that 50% to give on that day, give it, because God is going to take that and he's going to add that extra 60% to make you get to that 110%. I don't know if I did that math correct, but y'all know what I'm saying. But like, you got to wake up every day and you got to give your all. And if you continue to do that every day and keep the faith that you're not doing that in vain, because that's what's going to be the game changer for you, your faith, because it's going to allow you not to feel like, it's going to allow you not to quit, basically. When you have faith in God and you have faith that you're not doing all of this for no reason, you just know that no matter how many days pass, if it didn't change yet, you know that it's coming. So as long as you continue to give your 110% and keep your faith in God and build your relationship with God and learn God's character, because that helps so much when you learn about the God that we serve. That's why I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. That helps you so much along your journey. But I'm definitely going to be that woman for y'all, that voice for y'all here on YouTube, so I can help y'all too, because I was in a spot where I didn't know sometimes. I was in a spot where I was ready to give up so many times. And I was just ready to throw in a towel so many times. I was ready to just say, bump it. I'm about to just work a 9 to 5, knowing that that's not what I want to do, knowing that that's not what I like to do, knowing that that's not anything that will fulfill me. So I'm definitely want to create a community for us to where not only where y'all can ask me questions, but where I can just be 100% real with y'all and let y'all know how I get through things. A lot of my answers to everything and that I even tell the women that are with me in my community is God. Like, I don't be saying that for no reason. My answer to a lot of things is God. Like, God helps me through so much daily, because if you heard what I said in my last video, I'm a private person. I don't really have a lot of people with me. I don't have a lot of people like around me at all. So just me being able to have that relationship with God, learn who God is, and allow him to work and move in my life and trust him as he's doing it, like, that has literally been the game changer for me. So I want to be able to share that with you all and show y'all how God is moving in my life. Y'all get to see it, the realness, the rawness. And I just pray and I just hope that that would just encourage you to build your relationship with God. Like I said, do not think religion, think relationship, think genuine connection with God, because that is what intimacy, that is what he desires from us. And I promise you, if you get in that space of intimacy and relationship, then it's going to be like a whole different life for you. Like, when I look, like I said, when I look at myself now and I look at the video and I'm just like, girl, you've changed so much. You've grown so much. But I'm just so grateful, because if it wasn't for her, I would not be here. Like, if it wasn't for that loud, crazy girl getting on YouTube talking to y'all, I would not be on YouTube talking to y'all right now, right? So I'm just so grateful for all of that. But I can't wait till the next video. Like I said, as I get word, I'm going to relay that to y'all. Because that was one of my promises and commitment with God. It's just like, whatever you tell me, I'm going to say. Whatever you tell me to say, I'll say. Whatever you tell me to do, I'm going to do. But yes, so that is a quick video. I do not want to make this long at all. 20 minutes, not bad at all. If y'all have any questions or anything, leave them in the comment section and I will get back to y'all. I will answer them in the next video. But just to wrap it up, like I said, this channel is literally going to be about inspiration. It's going to be about motivation. It's going to be just being me pouring into y'all. God pouring into me, me pouring into y'all. And now, I don't need no hypocritical Christians on here, because yes, I talk how I want to talk, and God's still working on my mouth. Sometimes I cuss. I'm not gonna cap. Sometimes I cuss. I don't need y'all judging me. Y'all go on somewhere else. This ain't for y'all. This is for my regular, everyday people who just need to get relationship with God. God is not asking for us to act like Christians. He's asking for us to really have a relationship with him. That's it. But yeah, so I will talk to y'all in the next video. Y'all have a great day, night, whatever, and I'll talk to y'all soon.